discussion.
Yeah, okay, great. Yeah, okay. So today class will be on Salesforce development online training demo. As we are planning to start the regular batch from this coming Monday, means 18th March 7 a.m. IST. This today's class is related to demo session. Okay, actually, what is this particular Salesforce development? What we gonna cover in this particular training? What is the prerequisite to learn the Salesforce development? We will see in detail for today's class. First of all, let me introduce myself. My name is Kishore. I have around 10 plus years of experience in Salesforce. Okay. Okay. The same into my training as well. So far, I completed 10 plus different Salesforce certification as I'm currently working as a technical lead on top reputed company. Yeah. This is all about myself. Yeah. Now, actually, in this particular Salesforce training, what are the concepts we majorly cover? Okay. First of all, this is completely Salesforce development training. In this particular development, we will go both classic as well as lightning. Coming under classic, we will be, first of all, we will teach what is object-oriented programming language, nothing but Apex, then Visual Force page also. After that, we will be cover Lightning Aura, and Lightning Web Component LWC, as well as we will be cover integrations. Okay, all total, okay, 5 different modules will be covered in this particular Salesforce development. Okay, to learn this particular Salesforce development course, is there any prerequisite? Yes, absolutely. Okay, make sure you have to be prior completion of the Salesforce administration. Once you have completion of the Salesforce administration, then only you will be eligible to learn the Salesforce development course. This is the pure development course. Okay. First of all, before proceed for the complete Apex, Visual Force based Lightning integration, first of all, let me give some brief idea about what type of architecture having Salesforce. You know, the Salesforce having type of architecture as MVC. What is mean of M? What is mean of V? What is mean of C? We will see in detail. Yeah, first of all, M is nothing but model, means database. In Salesforce, by default, provide to store any particular data into database. Okay, by default, the Salesforce provide their own database, that is Salesforce database. But here, actually, in earlier SQL Server Oracle, we store any particular data in the database. We have to be stored into table. But in Salesforce, it was different. We can call the table name as object. The Salesforce by default provide two different object structures to us, standard object and custom object. Within that object, we have to be store the data. Okay. Then next one will be view. View is nothing but user interface. Okay. The look and feel. How the particular page visible to my user. Okay. That you have to be designed. By default, the Salesforce provides standard features, right? The page load, record page, lot of things. But each and every client requirement, you cannot achieve through the standard because of you have to be so 3 to 4 different object information in a single page. Through the page load or anything, it won't possible. Make sure you have to be go with customization, coding kind of thing. What are the facilities provided by Salesforce means? The Salesforce by default provide two different versions, right? Classic as well as in Lightning. Coming under Classic, you have to be create the Visual Force page. Coming into Lightning, you have to be create page in Aura or Lightning Web Component. You have to be create. Okay. To design the all the UI by using this particular view, user interface, front end, we can call it. But here, the most important thing we really need, that is the controller, means we can call it as a business logic, or we can call it as a middleware layer. What is the job do by the controller means? Controller will be work as a mediator in between your front end as well as the back end. For example, if you give any request from your UI, it take the inputs, then giving to database via controller. Once validate, insert or update any particular data, then it will give as a response using with the help of controller. That is the reason controller work as a mediator. Any particular logic we have to be built by using this particular business logic only. By default, the Salesforce provide their own native programming language to build all the programming language. That is called Apex. What is mean of Apex? Apex is nothing but object-oriented programming language. It is similar to core Java. To build any particular connection or pass data in between your user interface and data model, the controller will help. Clear? This is all about MVC architecture, model view controller. Is this clear to everyone? Then I will go to the next topic will be declarative and programmatic. What is the difference between declarative and programmatic? Declarative is nothing but point and click. We can call as a Salesforce out of the box features. Programmatic means, okay, we have to write something code. You know, the Salesforce, okay, the Salesforce already provide some of the standard features like that. But each and every client requirement or anything, we cannot achieve through the out of the box features. In that case, we have to go with coding, customization. For that, we can call this programmatic. Declarative is nothing but point and click. Okay, without writing any code, we have to be achieve the specific requirement by using the Salesforce out of the box functionality. First, we will see the Salesforce application anatomy. This is the architecture, model, controller view. Okay, here what things will be come under declarative in Salesforce. For example, if the particular requirement not achievable through the declarative, by using programmatically, how we can achieve, what are the features are there in Salesforce? Those we will see now. Model, coming under model, declarative purpose, the Salesforce store all the data in Salesforce by using the object. By default, the Salesforce provide two different objects, standard object and custom object. But programmatically, each and every complex or validation logic we cannot directly achievable through the formula field or roll-up summary or anything. In that case, we have to be go with programmatically. We have to be write code. Further, the Salesforce provide, okay, some like actually object instance kind of thing, as object, as well as the wrapper class kind of thing. By using that, we have to be mapped. We have to be perform the DML operation. Then coming into controller, by default, the Salesforce provide out-of-the-box feature to automate the business process. Further, the Salesforce provide workflows, process builders, lightning flows, and everything. This okay, they provide using out-of-the-box feature. But each and every client requirement you may not achievable through this particular out-of-the-box feature. In that case, you have to be go with programmatically, or we can call it customization. Further, Salesforce provide their own native programming language, Apex. Apex contains the classes because of, okay, any programming language have, okay, object-oriented programming language means we have to be build all the logic using classes. Okay. Further, to build any business logic, any some automation process kind of thing, we can be achieved by using Apex classes or trigger. Is this clear? Now coming into view. View means user interface, or we can call as a front end. Okay. To design the particular UI or see the look and feel by good or anything, the Salesforce by default provide out of the box features. Those will be page layout, lightning record pages and all. But each and every requirement we may not use, okay, standard some declarative tools to design the or to build the UI. But in that case, complex requirement, make sure we have to be go with some programmatically. By default, the Salesforce provide, okay, these all are markup languages are there in Salesforce. Visual Force Space, Lightning Web Component. What is the difference between classic and Lightning? Okay, actually, why can't simply go with Visual Force Space? Actually, what is the mean of Lightning component, Lightning Web Component? You know, the Salesforce having two different type of framework will be there. One is the classic, another one is lightning. Earlier, the Salesforce initially came up with classic only. The latter lightning came into the picture. What is this difference between classic and lightning means? Classic, if you develop any particular project or anything, the classic version is not compatible to support any particular device. The classic is compatible to only your desktop. Nowadays, technology changed, trend changed now, right? Everyone using mobile or tab. Nowadays, everyone keep the internet with them, right? Correct or not? Okay, the most of people operating or do any particular transaction by using their own device. No one is ready to open laptop to do simple transaction or to validate or approve or booking a ticket or anything. They have simply do through the mobile. Earlier, if the project was built on the classic, okay, if the user has opened any particular Salesforce application, okay, the whole application is compatible or fixed only to the desktop device. If they open to the mobile or tablet, the screen is not much flexible. The customer not able to understanding what is this like that. Okay, because of the mobile device are not supported by the Visual Force means classic version. The latter, the Salesforce came up this problem and everything with more framework, Aura framework. They introduced, came up with the Lightning component and Lightning Web component. Lightning is more faster compared to classic. Okay, as well as we can build the UI very quickly by using normal tags or anything. Okay, Lightning component and Lightning Web component. Lightning component is the older version. Lightning Web component is the newer version. They were added new 𝐶MA scripts kind of thing versions and everything. Latest features will be there in the Lightning Web component. Okay, we will discuss later in detail what is Visual Force based object work. Okay, actually how we can create Lightning, how we can create Lightning Web component. What are the what are the tools are available in Salesforce? We have to be seen in detail. Okay, what are some IDs available? IDs means integrated development environment like Eclipse, Visual Studio Code. We will discuss in it. Okay. Latter point of this in detail. These are the main difference between declarative and programmatic tools. Now we will discuss about coming into the development. We have model view controller. Controller plays the key role in this development, right? What is Apex? First of all, we will go to that Apex. What is Apex? Apex is a proprietary language developed by Salesforce. Means the Salesforce have their own native programming language, that is Apex. Apex is a strongly typed and object-oriented programming language that allows you to develop or execute a flow or transaction control statement on Salesforce, like to perform any DML operation, or you can do either create or update or delete or any transaction flow. For example, as I told you, right, the Salesforce having type of architecture using MVC from the front end. Okay, for example, the user has to be create registration form kind of thing. First of all, they have enter all the details on UI. If they click on submit button, by using the help of controller, they pass data from UI, then send into database. By using these control statements, we have insert or update, delete, as well as get response back from database to the front end by using with the help of Apex only. Apex work as a middleware layer. Okay, here Apex is in an object-oriented programming language. What is mean of object-oriented programming language? Why the Salesforce came up with object-oriented programming language means object-oriented programming language means to build all the development using Apex classes. Okay, Apex class is one of the structure. If we have built any logic using the classes means the particular programming language is a object-oriented programming language. Okay, the Apex all syntax is related to core Java. Okay, not that much complex. The Salesforce Apex is very simple and clean programming language. Any non-back, okay, Because any non-coding background people also can learn and do the programming by using this Apex. It is a simple and clean programming language. Okay. Okay. You can use Apex programming language to add any custom logic to your application. Okay. Is this clear? Yeah. If you're good, then I will go to next slide. Okay, futures of Apex programming language. What are those? First of all, Apex is a case insensitive language because of if they have a small or capital, there is no difference between of the class and small, and both will be same one. Small and capital will be same. By using this Apex programming language, you have to be perform your DML operation on your database. What is mean of DML operation? DML operations are nothing but to create any new record information, or you have to be update existing record information, or you have to be do create or update both combination. We can call this upset. Upset is nothing but okay, both insert and update you have to do in a single statement, that is upset. Then as well as you can delete your existing record information if it doesn't want. You can do all these type of operations you can do by using this particular Apex. As well as by using this Apex, you can query of your record information. For example, if you have to display the list of record information on your page, by using this with the help of controller, you have to be retrieve code from your data model by using the help of that one. We can call as the statement we can call as SOQL. SOQL is nothing but Salesforce object query language, means we have to be retrieve data from S object. By using this SOQL, we can query one object at a time. What is a social? Social is nothing but okay. If you want to find any particular text from more than one data table, okay, more than one table, you can do that by using with the help of social. Social is nothing but Salesforce object search language. Means if you want to find text okay on your more than one data table, you can do by using with the help of social. Okay, as well as the Salesforce Apex, we can create unit test. Means here the Salesforce strictly mention okay some code coverage. If you write any particular Apex class or anything, okay, if we have to be move your particular component from one box to another sandbox, okay, actually one particular environment to another environment, make sure you have require code coverage. The Salesforce strictly mentioned you have to maintaining 75% of code coverage to move your components from one environment to another environment. Okay. For that, here the Salesforce you have to be write test classes. By using these test classes, you have to be verify your Apex class efficiency. Okay. Code coverage is one of the concept in Salesforce. If you develop any particular Apex class or anything, make sure you have to be maintaining 75% of code coverage. Then only you can move your code from one environment to another environment. To achieve this particular 75% of code coverage, you have to be write test class. You have to be execute for each and every statement. Okay. Now we will quickly go ahead with the Apex class. What is Apex class? Salesforce Apex is an object-oriented programming language. What is mean of object-oriented programming language? Object-oriented means to build all the business logic by using Apex classes. Okay, right? We will see what is Apex class now. Apex class is a template or blueprint from which objects are created. Simple, Apex is a blueprint of real world existence. Okay. This is what standard definition of Apex. Apex class is similar syntax with core Java only. Okay. Java syntax. Okay. Another definition wise, what is Apex class? Apex class is a collection of variables and collection of methods. Okay. Class is a blueprint of real world existence. Okay. Class is a collection of variables and methods. Now, what is the syntax we have to be followed to create any particular Apex class or anything? First one, you have to be define access specifier. What is access specifier? What is private? What is public? What is global? We will discuss in detail in our regular session. No need to worry. Just in this demo, right? I have give some high level. We need to be cover a lot of concepts in this demo. That is the reason directly mentioned. But in regular session, I will teach in detail about what are access specifier, what is the private, what is the public, what is the global, how it work, and everything will be so in real time. No need to worry on that one. Okay, just this demo I have to be cover a lot of things, right? That is the reason I'm moving very quickly, very some high level this one. We need to be define access specifier, then we have to be define the keyword either virtual, abstract, with sharing and without sharing. Okay, these all are optional, no need to define. Then class is a keyword, then class name is okay, the user defined name. Then these are the interface or action classes. That's it. Simple. If you want me to write, if you write any particular class or anything, if you have to be create, okay, the class syntax look like. The class syntax look like. You can define access specifier, then class, then class name. Any apex class, make sure open and close with curly braces. Any particular. This is the way of to define the class. Access specifier, class, class name. What type of access specifiers are available in Salesforce? The Salesforce having access specifier is private, public, global. These all are optional. If you want defining any keyword, virtual, abstract, with sharing and without sharing, you can define. Otherwise, it's completely optional. Here, what is class? Class is a keyword, means reserved word. This is the fixed. You can define the class name only. Class is a reserved word or fixed word. This is a keyword. Okay. Here, class name. What is this class name? Class name is the user defined name. We can give your own name based on your requirement or anything. This class contains collection of variables or it contains collection of methods. Is this clear? This is the way you can define your Apex class. Here, how many ways we can create a class? Multiple ways. First one is by using Salesforce setup menu. First, you can go to, first you have to be logged into Salesforce. In quick find, you have to be search Apex classes. There you can define your own class. Let me log in quickly into Salesforce. In meanwhile, let me cover. The second one is you can create your class by using developer console. Another one is by using IDE. IDE is nothing but integrated development environment. By using Eclipse or Visual Studio Code. These are the ways, means we can create multiple ways you can do the development. See here, once you can log in into Salesforce, click on setup. In quick find, you have to be set Apex classes, right? You have to be click on Apex classes. Okay, there you have to be click on new. There you have to be click on new. You have to be create class structure, something public class, class name, like that. You have to be defined. Another one is through the developer console, right? Developer console, where we have to be see the developer console. You have to be click on setup menu. There will be developer console. Developer console is one of the Salesforce internal tool like that. By using this developer console, you can do all development of activities. Like you can create your Visual Force page, you can create Lightning component. Okay, actually you can create your FS classes. You have to be query of your data. You can do anything by using this developer console. If you have opened this developer console, as I mentioned, you can create FS class also, right? To create any of your FS class, go to file, click on new, like that. You will see these all of the development component, FS class, trigger, Visual Force page component, static resource, lightning application, lightning page, like that. If we can click on FX classes, the system will be asked to enter your name. You can enter name as my first class. If you click on OK, the Salesforce automatically create one FS class. No need to give any syntax from the scratch. By default, you will get the structure. Is this clear? Are you written public class name like that? No, the syntax already provided. Whatever name you have entered, name is the user defined. Access specifier is also keyword, class is also keyword. The class name is a user defined name. Clear? Another thing is IDE, we discussed it, right? Visual Studio Code or Eclipse or anything. You have to be installed in your local machine, Eclipse or Visual Studio Code. You have to be configure your account. After that, you can create your FS classes or Visual Force page, anything, whatever you want. Okay. This is one of the Visual Studio environment to create or to do any development activities in your Salesforce or by using this particular Visual Studio Code. This is the tool like that. If you have to be create any of your FS class in this particular R, you have to be click on Control Shift P. Here you have to be enter here actually classes and everything visible, right? Public class. But here actually I have to be refreshed once with the studio code. Okay, actually if you want to create any particular class, anything Control Shift P, you have to be enter create apex class kind of thing. Okay, the pop-up will be coming like that. You have to be click on it. You have to be enter name. Automatically one class get created into this particular Visual Studio Code. There will be multiple ways we can create apex class. But here, what is apex class? Apex class is a template or blueprint of real world existence, or we can call class is a collection of variables or methods, right? Okay. So actually how we can define variable, how we can create method and everything, we will discuss later point of stage. Okay. Now here we will see what is lightning framework. What is lightning component framework? You know, as I mentioned, the Salesforce having two different type of versions are there, classic and lightning. What is the classic? What is the lightning means? Classic is older version, lightning is the new modern version. Another thing is, if you develop anything by using the classic, classic is only compatible or flexible to only desktop device. You cannot use much the things in your own device like tab or mobile or anything. As well as, okay, Visual Force space is more slower. Okay, slower because of you have to be make lot of server side calls. Server side means you have to be each time depending on Apex Visual Force space. But coming into Lightning, Lightning is the more flexible UI as well as it is flexible to any device. Another thing is no need to make much server side calls. You have to be do all the things in your UI itself. That is the reason Lightning is more and more demandable in the market. Nowadays, any projects who have developed earlier classic, now they are migrating into from classic to lightning, as well as any new project, new client, or they do projects by using the lightning. See, if you have to be learn this particular development, you have to be okay, put your more and more focus on the lightning to learn lightning and lightning web component because of These two are new modern UIs. Okay. Now we will see what is Lightning Component Framework. Okay. You know, Salesforce Lightning, because of so far we discussed about, okay, what is Apex, how we can create Apex class, right? But the UI part, we have three different UIs will be there. UI means user interface, we can call. UI is nothing but user interface. The short term is UI. UI is nothing but user interface. What we can do this with this particular UI means we can build the front end pages. The Salesforce by default provide Visual Force pages, then Lightning we have called as Aura. Then another one is Lightning Web Components. This one. Okay, so Lightning Web Component. Visual Force page is nothing but classic because of actually how we can switch from classic to Lightning, Lightning to classic like that. Once you log in your Salesforce, or if you click on this particular icon, image icon, right here at the bottom, you will see switch to Salesforce Classic. Means all this particular environment move from this particular classic to Lightning. Now we are in classic version. Okay, these are of the apps and everything. Okay, for example, if you have to be move, these are the things. Okay, if you have to be moved from okay switch to classic to Lightning, you have to be click on switch to Lightning experience. Okay, all the classic will be now moving into Lightning experience. Clear? By using okay, the classic is okay. Actually, we have to be create the Visual Force space, but in Lightning we can create Lightning and Lightning Web Components. This one we can call as LWC. LWC means Lightning Web Components. Okay, is this clear? But here, okay, actually, how we can create Apex class, how we can display Visual Force page or anything. If you want to see the classic quickly or you want to see the Lightning, simple to create any Lightning component or anything. Okay, so we will see in our regular classes how we can create classes. We will see the lot of examples and everything. Okay, now we will quickly go with Lightning. Okay, the classic we already discussed a little bit, right? More and more focus on Lightning. Why nowadays Lightning is more popular? What are the advantages by using this particular Lightning? We will see in detail now. Okay, what is the Lightning component framework? You know, the Salesforce Lightning component framework it generates towards to develop custom mobile apps or Lightning experience. Another thing is Lightning is the single page application architecture. Means you can do multiple operations within a single page. Earlier, you know, whenever you have developed, what is mean of single page application architecture? Means within the single page, you have to do multiple things. For example, you know, for example, two components are there. One is the account, another one is contact. Okay, you are okay. Actually, if you add any particular contact or anything, you have to be display the result count on the particular account. How many contacts will be there? You have to be display the result of the particular count of the particular contacts. Account is the parent, contact is the child. For example, if you add any particular account, but the count is not update automatically. To update automatically, you have to be refresh the particular page. Then only the count is visible. Okay, let's display it again. Refresh, then it display the older count to new count. But in Lightning, no, okay, no need to do any kind of refresh. If you add any particular contact, automatically the page will be refreshed from the back end. It display the original result. That is the reason Lightning component is an Aura framework as well as it is followed the single phase application architecture. No need to refresh the page each time. Like that. Another one is Lightning component framework is built on top of actually by using HTML5, JavaScript, and CSS, and it is follows the MVC design pattern. What is mean of MVC? Model, view, controller. By using the single Lightning, you can do the particular database operation and everything by using model. You can build the UI user interface by using Lightning Aura component. Another one is by using controller. You have to make both client side calls and as well as server side call. You can do. Okay. Another thing is Apex. Lightning is strongly coupled with Apex for making the server side call. By in this particular Lightning also, you can do all server side call. But here, whenever you use Lightning, whenever you have to be make any server side call, the data transformation will be happen in the form of JSON. What is mean of this particular JSON? JSON is nothing but Java standard object notation. What is that means? JSON is completely lightweight. If you have to be transfer 30,000, 40,000 record information, you can transfer very quickly. Because JSON is completely lightweight. All mobile application data transformation purpose they are using JSON. But in Lightning also, if you have to be pass any particular data from your client side to server side, their transformation will be happen in the form of JSON. What is JSON means? Java standard object notation. It is one of the structure to maintain your data. For example, we have employee object. Employee have first name, last name, your email address, mobile, some address information, like some personal address information, some office address, like that, right? But all the information will be keep into the JSON format. Key value pair, something. First name, the particular employee name, the last name, the employee last name, father name, employee last name, email address, the specific email address, like the key value pair it will be maintained. For making any server side call, all the data will be transformation in the form of JSON. Another thing is, whenever you build any particular component in the Lightning, the same component, it will be work on any of your device. Means Lightning component is responsive design, which means whatever code you have written, the same code is applicable to your desktop, mobile, your tab, or anything you can do that. Another thing is, that is the reason Lightning also more popular. The same code automatically resizes based on your device. Another thing is Lightning component is completely built on top of Aura framework. What is an Aura? Aura is an open source framework developed by Salesforce.com. Aura is an open source framework developed by Salesforce.com. This is all about Lightning. That is the reason Lightning is more powerful and demand in the market. Another thing is we will discuss quickly about integrations. What is integration? How it works in Salesforce? Integration also will be covered in this particular development. What is integration? Integration is nothing but exchanging or transfer data from one application to another application. Usually in Salesforce, all data will be there into where? Salesforce database, right? For example, some of clients want to be maintaining their own database into SQL Server or Oracle. Understanding? For safe side, because of they have to be maintaining a lot of confidential information. They doesn't want to believe the Salesforce, but they have to be maintaining all the data in Salesforce. But the user using purpose and everything, they have to be use Salesforce. In that case, okay, actually how to be built connectivity in between your Salesforce to SQL Server or Oracle database. For this process, we can call as integration. Or another example, okay, if you create any of your record data or if you launch any particular product or anything within Salesforce, same data you have to be sent or post in your Facebook or LinkedIn. For that, you have to be to integrate from your Salesforce to your Facebook or LinkedIn. Understand? If you create any particular record, if you launch any new product within Salesforce, the campaign or anything, the campaign automatically I need to be posted into Facebook as well as LinkedIn. In that case, you have to be to integrate from your this particular application to this particular application. This is a two-way integration, both vice versa like that. To pass information from Salesforce to Facebook or LinkedIn, how we can achieve means the Salesforce have different type of okay. This particular integration is not only common for Salesforce. Okay, in real world, if you work on any platform, this integration will be common. Okay, we can achieve these particular integrations by using REST or SOAP. REST is nothing but representational state transfer. SOAP is nothing but simple object access protocol. Here, the rest all data will be okay transferred by using either JSON or XML. It will support. REST will support the data transformation either in the form of JSON or XML. But SOAP will be support all data transformation. The request and response will be support only in the form of XML. What is mean of XML? XML is nothing but extensible markup language, means all the data will be defining in the tags. But JSON is nothing but Java standard object notation. All data transformation will be happen in the form of key and value pair. Clear? XML is nothing but extensible markup language. Okay. Integration, nothing
Sir,
but.
what about the full form of SOAP?
Sorry?
SOAP full form?
Yeah. SOAP and REST. What is the full form means? SOAP. SOAP is nothing but simple object access protocol. What is the REST? REST is nothing but the full form of the REST is nothing but representation. Representational state transfer. See, SOAP is nothing but SOAP will be okay completely based on visuals. If you do any particular integration or anything, it is completely based on WSDL file. But here REST, whenever you build any particular REST integration, it is completely based on URLs. Okay, all mobile applications are using to build their integration by using REST only. For example, you are using mobile, right? You are using internet banking, you are using WhatsApp, you are using Facebook through your mobile, right? Okay, from the mobile only you can do posting and everything, because of they are doing integration from your mobile device to Salesforce like that. Okay, everything will be happen through the integration only. For example, there will be two different applications, Salesforce and any some application, not only Salesforce. For example, Java, .NET, PHP, okay, Tableau, okay, Salesforce like that. From this particular application to, if you want to be connected with some another different application, or we can connect means by using the with the help of integration. Integration nothing but exchanging or transferring data from one application to another application. Any particular integration in real world we can achieve by using either SOAP or REST. SOAP is now okay, the SOAP integration is completely based on visual, but REST is completely based on URLs. REST will be support data transformation will be happen either in the form of JSON or XML. But in the particular SOAP data transformation will be happen okay by using this particular XML only. JSON is more completely lightweight compared to XML. That is the reason all mobile devices are using this particular JSON only. For example, let me show you how it works or soap anything. For example, okay, let me quickly explain you. For example, I am doing integration because of, we do not have any SQL server, we do not have any, some DB database, Oracle or something, right? For example, I want to be integrated from one Salesforce application to another Salesforce application. Okay, this is the source, this is the target. We can call different names. We can call it as a publisher, we can call it as a sender, we can define as a source. But whatever data you have insert into source system, the same data you have to be insert into your target system. We can call this one is the targeter or receiver or subscriber. We can call this publish subscriber integration, sender receiver integration, then source or target system integration. For example, you have to be know which system is the source, which system is the target. In that case, here the target system need to be share all the credentials to the source system, because of the source system first authenticate the target system, then need to be send the data from source to target. If you do, if you have to use SOAP integration or anything, the SOAP is completely based on WSDL file. How you can generate WSDL, how you can see and everything, we will see in detail. Okay. Okay. If you can create any particular APIs class, there will be generated WSDL. Whatever class you have written, all the class will be generated in the form of WSDL file. We will see we will see in detail at a later point of time how we can create all this integration and everything. For example, if you can take any particular REST integration or anything, REST is completely based on URLs, as I mentioned here. No need to be generate WSDL or anything. It is completely based on URLs here. Okay, your client ID, client secret, or anything you can give that one. Okay, this is completely based on URL basis. Okay, we will see later actually like how we can do integration using SOAP and REST and everything. I will tell you in detail. Okay, this is all about integration. Integration is nothing but transfer or exchanging data from one application to another application. See, as I mentioned in this particular training, development training, actually we will be cover all the classic and the lightning, as well as we will be teach about the Salesforce Apex object-oriented programming language, as well as we will be cover the integrations also, how it work. Okay. Another thing is, if you doesn't have any coding background, nothing, no need to worry. We will be teach from the scratch. Okay. Okay. No need to fear about I do not have any coding background. I'm completely non-native person. No need to worry. We have the responsibility to teach from base level to advanced level. Okay. Yeah. Because of another thing is, what are the benefits you will get from svtechsoft from this particular training? Okay, actually, after completion of this particular Salesforce development training, what are the benefits you will get it? Okay, first thing is here, will be give all the training in real-time base with more and more different scenarios. Okay. Okay. Another thing is another thing is here we will provide all the training from base level to advanced level. If you are actually if you are already a coding person, sometimes those concepts will be silly for you, because as I mentioned, we will be teach from the scratch to advanced level. Okay, from this completion of the training, you will get 3+ years of exposure, real-time exposure, like that. Okay, up to that level, we will be provide the training. Okay, we will be give lot of scenarios, we will be teach, then we will be resolving also within this particular training. This is completely hands-on training. Another thing is, from this completion of the training, you can write the code by your own. Okay, if you tell any specific requirement. Okay. Another thing is we will also help you to completion of your PD1, PD2 certification, as well as we will also help you to prepare your resume. These are the benefits you will get from the svtechsoft. Okay. The regular batch we are planning to start from Monday morning 7 a.m. Okay. 18th, okay, so 18th March 7 a.m. The regular batch. The course completion of this particular development, it will take 1 month, daily 1.5 hour session. Okay. Saturday, Sunday, we will be take some special classes will be there related to real-time project explanation or some interview question and answers, like any real-time tasks and everything. We have to be covered mainly on the weekend. It's completely optional. Okay. Each day class will be recorded that we can share to you. Okay. Yeah. Guys, do you have any doubts or need to be clarified? Ankita, Avinas, Sinabasappa, Krishna Reddy, Priyanka. Okay, fine. If you do not have any questions, okay, we can stop for today's session. Then we can start the first new batch on the development from Monday. Monday morning, 7 a.m. IST. Okay, Indian Standard Time. Okay, guys. Thank you so much. Thanks for attending for today's demo. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.